Right, so we'll discuss the problem today. Right, so this is on the tank. So all of you please read the statement. Okay, so we'll solve here only. Please read the statement. I think you are having a calculator with you. Okay, so I'll explain how to solve. Okay, I'll explain how to solve. Then you can solve that. Right, so I'll read the statement. So this is the figure. So I'll read the statement. So Alka, is it audible and visible? Alka? Okay. Right. Fine. So I'll just read the statement. A single capacity tank have a time constant of 2 minutes. So time constant is given. Okay, time constant is given. So time constant is given. The inlet volumetric flow rate at a steady state is 10 liters per minute. Okay, so initially it is 10 liters per minute. So at a time t equals to 0, the flow rate is increased from 10 to 40 liters per minute. Okay, so from this you can make out it is a step input. I'll just show it here. So it is a step input. So from initially it is 10. So it has been increased to 40 liters per minute. Okay, so that is at a time t equals to 0. Fine. So then what? You can get a amplitude or magnitude of a step input. So magnitude of a step input, A, you get it as 30. Okay, so please have a look. So this is 30 liters per minute, right? He has given the time constant, tau is given, okay, then A is given, right? So A is 30, that is known. What is asked? Determine the liquid level at 2. Okay, so R is given, please look. These are the data given, R is given. That is the resistance of the wall is given. Fine. So then determine the liquid level at 2 minutes. So he's asking, what is asking? He's asking what is the liquid level? What is the liquid level when the time is 2 minutes? Okay, so I hope you understood. So when you give the step input here, fine. So when you increase, is it not? So you are increasing the flow rate from 10 to 40. So liquid level has to increase. Fine. So what is the liquid level? Is asking what is the value of H? What is the value of H when the time taken is 2 minutes? Okay. So after 2 minutes, what is the time taken? Okay. So let us try to solve this problem. So what do you need for this? First you need a transfer function. Is it not? So I'll erase this. So I'll erase this. Fine. So these are the data given. Please remember, tau is given, A is given, resistance is given, H you are supposed to find, liquid level H, and time is given. Okay, so please remember those. So I'll erase this. Right. So what he has asked? He has asked the height. What is the liquid level after 2 minutes? So you know the transfer function of a tank. What is the transfer function of a tank? Yes, do you remember? It is Q naught of S divided by Qi of S equals to equals to 1 divided by 1 plus tau s. Correct. So this is what we have got the transfer function of for this particular tank. If you remember, open the derivation and check, you have got this transfer function there. Okay, but the question here is, it is not in terms of height. If you see that this transfer function does not contain the term level, liquid level, H, it does not contain any H. Okay, so I will rewrite this expression. I will rewrite this expression in terms of what? In terms of H. Okay, so please keep observing how I derive. So you know that Q naught equals to H by R. Is it correct? So Q naught equals to H by R. So that is always fine. So based on third assumption, your outlet flow rate is proportional to the height. So if you remove that proportionality, you get Q naught equals to H by R. So what I do next is, I apply steady state for this. Okay, so I apply steady state. So what happens once you apply steady state? Q naught becomes Q naught S, correct, equals to H becomes HS divided by R is constant, so it remains as R. Okay, so I'll call this as equation 1. I'll call this as equation 2. Are you able to see? Okay, so this is at steady state. So you got equation 1 and equation 2 at steady state. So what I'll do is, I'll subtract 2 from 1. Okay, so subtract 2 from 1. Equation 2, you subtract from 1. So what do you get? I'll write it here. So you get as Q naught minus Q naught S, correct, equals to, on the right hand side, you get H minus HS divided by R. Okay, so next is what? I introduce deviation variable. In this is the standard steps. I introduce deviation variable. So for this, I'll call it as capital Q naught. Okay, equals to, that is deviation variable. So for this, I'll write the deviation variable as H, capital H. So denominator as it is R. Okay, so this is what I got. Please remember, they are in time. These are in time. Okay, so these are in time. Fine. So, but here your transfer function always is, it is in S. I'll call this as, please remember, I'll call this as Roman number 1 equation. Call this as Roman number 1 equation. Now you got equation 3. So you cannot substitute this here directly because it's in time domain. So what has to be done? You have to apply Laplace. Okay. So by applying Laplace, it becomes Q naught of S equals to H of S divided by R. I'll call this as equation number 4. Did you understand? Okay. So next what I do is, I'll substitute 4 in equation number 1, that is Roman number 1. I'll substitute this in equation 1, that is Roman number 1. What is Roman number 1? Please look, your Roman number 1 is this. Okay, so here I'll substitute for Q naught of S. Okay, so in Roman number 1, I'll substitute for Q naught of S. So what happens? So if you substitute there, you get HS divided by what it is? Q1 there. So it is Q1 of S Okay, so Q naught, I'm substituting Q naught, H, S by R. So R is there. So here also you get R. Okay, so on the right hand side, it is as it is. That is 1 divided by 1 plus tau S. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll take this R, and I'll write it here. Okay, so what happens to your final expression? Now you got H of S divided by Qi of S equals to R divided by 1 plus tau S. See there. What I got? I got this expression. Fine. Let us call it as equation number 2, Roman number 2. Okay. So I'll go back to the previous slide. Please look. So this was my previous derivation for transfer function. So what I did is I modified for Q naught because your transfer function is not having any H term. So I have derived these steps. Standard steps. Q naught equals to H by R, you know. I apply steady state, then subtract, then deviation variable. I got equation 3. Then I took the Laplace. Okay, so I took the Laplace of this. So finally, you got equation 4. Substitute. Finally, this is it. Okay. Now, you know I have to give the step input. How do you give the step input? So that is Qi of t equals to the step input is A. So if you apply Laplace for this, Laplace transform for this, so what you get? You get Qi of S equals to what? Equals to A divided by S. Okay. So if I substitute this here, if I substitute this here and try to solve, you get your final expression. What do you get final expression? Yes, anyone? You get H of t. I'll not solve it here. I'll write the final expression. H of t equals to A. Okay. So if you remember, we have got it for thermometer 1 minus e raised to minus t by tau. Okay, so this is what you get. This is a standard equation. Please remember, whenever you have a transfer function like this, okay, that is 1 divided by 1 plus tau S. If you give the step input, always you get A bracket 1 minus e raised to minus t by tau. But remember here, in the numerator, you are having R. Okay, that's a constant resistance. So your final response equation, it will be, I have to write it as R here. That's it. So this is your final response equation. Okay, so this is my final response equation. Please remember, now what you know all the datas. Okay, you know A, what is A? I think it is how much? 40 minus 10, no, 30. Yeah, A is 30, and you know R. How much is R? R is 1 minute per meter square. So 1, and you know the time constant. Okay, so what's the time constant given? 2 minutes. Okay, so this is 2 minutes. Fine. So time, he has asked for 2 minutes here. Right. So if you substitute all this data, you will get H of t. That is height at particular time. This is, I'm just giving the steps. I will not, you can solve it later and you can submit. Okay, so this is how it has to be solved. I will upload this video, the steps I will upload. so that you can go through those steps. Try to derive this. Okay, till here, till equation 2, write those steps. Okay, then you can straight away give the final response equation, substitute the values, any time you can substitute. Sukirth, how much you got? 18.96. Yeah. So Sukirth has done it. So he says it is 18.96. Sorry. It has meters. It has to be. It has to be in meters. Okay. So it has to be in meters. So Sukirth says it is 18.96. I think if you have got a calculator, if you are fast enough, please check it and verify. So your final height after 2 minutes, sir, we steady state, no? Yeah, steady state, this one, 10 has to be added. 10 has to be added. Yeah? Yeah, how much you get then? Is it 28.96? Sukirta? Other 10 add madidya? Sukir?
Yes, sir. Add.
Madbekala, because initial steady state is 10.
Yes, sir. 28.96.
20. One second. What is why the steady state has to be added? Why it has to be added? Height initially. No. Don't add here, please. Please. Alka, don't add here because height, initial steady state height is not given. Alka, yeah, please correct me. So height, straight away find the height because initial steady state height is not given. Initial steady state flow rate is given. Please read the statement carefully. Initial volumetric flow rate is given. Steady state volumetric flow rate is given. Okay, so not the height. Initial height is not given. Suppose if they have given, some height, then you add. Otherwise, right now, your answer is correct. Okay, so our answer is 18.96, which is correct. Because there is no steady state height. Fine. So this is how you have to solve this problem. So I'll upload this video for your reference. So hear the video, see the steps, and again, you can solve it. Okay, so with this, I'll go to the next problem. So this is on the tank. Please have a look. Of this tank. Okay, please have a look of this tank. So what is asked? Find the transfer function h by q. Okay, so find the transfer function h by q. What is that h by q? This is output. And this is input. So you are supposed to find the transfer function. So find the transfer function h of q for the liquid level shown below. See, all the many datas are given here. Please look there. Cross-sectional area data is given. R1 is given. Resistance. R2 resistance data is given. Please look at the problem. Inlet is 1. Outlet is 2 here. Okay, so inlet is Q, so outlet is 2, Q2 and Q1, that is in meter cube per second. Okay, so how to solve this? You are supposed to find the transfer function for that. Okay, please have a look. I'll explain the steps, then you can solve it. Okay, so now how do you write for the unsteady state mass balance? So how do you write for unsteady state? Okay, so I'm writing in short because I'm not comfortable in writing. Using the mouse. So you should understand. So unsteady state mass balance. Okay, so what is unsteady state mass balance? How do you write? See, density I will neglect. Okay, I'll neglect the density. I'll write inlet is Q minus outlet volumetric flow rate. Please look, there are two outlet volumetric flow rate, Q1 and Q2. There are two. So minus, how I should write now? I should write it as Q1 plus Q2. Close the bracket. Okay, so inlet is 1, outlet is 2. So in input minus output equals to rate of accumulation. So area is constant. I will take it outside the differentiation. So what you get? That is dH by dt. See there. Correct? Fine. Now, what is the next step? What is the next step? So what I'll do is, I'll retain Q as it is minus, okay, Q1 I have to write in terms of H. I'll write Q1 in terms of H. How do you write? Yes, anyone? So Q1 is H divided by R1. Did you understand? Plus, how do you write for Q2? How do you write for Q2? H remains same. That is H divided by, now here the resistance has to be R2. Okay, close the bracket, equals to, this is as it is on the right hand side. So it is dH by dt. Correct? Did you understand? Fine. So what I'll do is, now I'll apply steady state. Okay, so I'll apply steady state for this. So once you apply steady state, so what happens? You will get Q of S, okay, minus Hs divided by R1. Are you able to see? So Hs, steady state, see resistance will not change. So it is as it is. So this right hand side term, this becomes 0. Correct? So I'll call it as equation number 1. Right? So after applying studies, sorry, I'll call this as equation 1. I'll call this as equation 1 and this as equation number 2. So what after steady state? Subtract. So subtract 2 from 1. Fine. So if you subtract, so what do you get? You get Q minus Qs. Okay. So you get Q minus Qs bracket. So what do you get here? So you get H minus H1s. Okay. So that is divided by R1 plus, similarly, please bear with my handwriting because I'm not comfortable in using this mouse and writing. This is H, oh no, only Hs. Okay. Divided by R2 4 bracket equals to A constant. So this is d by dt. So how I should write here? It has to be H minus Hs. Okay, so try to write there. So there's a small mistake. I'll erase. Yeah, this is how my equation looks now. The final equation after subtracting. So what is the next step? Apply deviation variable. So straight away I'll write in terms of deviation variable. Okay, please look. Straight away I'll write in deviation capital. You can just use capital Q minus bracket H by R1 plus H by R2, correct? Close the bracket, equals to A, then it is d by dt of capital H. So dH by dt. So this is in terms of deviation variable. What is the next step after deviation variable? Okay, I have to apply Laplace. Okay, so I have to apply Laplace. So I'll apply Laplace for this. I'll apply Laplace for equation number 3. Okay, because all are in time domain. Okay, so what do you get? So you get Q of S, fine, equals to in bracket, it was H of S divided by R1 plus H of R2 h of R2 equals to, yeah. So there was a differentiation term on the right hand side. So it is A as it is, S into h of s minus h of 0. This is from the formula. So as I keep telling many times, this term will be always, it will be 0. Okay, so I'll erase that term because you don't need, because always it will be, because at initial time your output is 0. Okay, so this is what you got. So if you rearrange, please correct it, it is h of s. So if you look at this, you can take h of s outside. You can take h of s, sorry, I think this has to be, please correct me if there's any mistake. This has to be minus here, is it not? Correct. So I'll yeah, this has to be minus here. So it is minus. So I'll take h1 of s outside the bracket. What you are left with? You are left with 1 by r1 plus 1 by r2 equals to a yes h of yes. Okay, please do one thing. If anyone is having calculator, pen, paper, okay, pen and paper, okay, please arrange this term, because you can see that in this there is h of s, in this also there is h of s. So take this on the right hand side, okay, so it becomes plus. Then try to give me the final answer in this fashion: h of s divided by q of s. Yes, anyone? Equals to. Please rearrange that. Yeah. Yes, anyone? What do you get? You get 1 divided by something you get.
1 divided by yes,
1 divided by
yes plus
s plus
yes, A into S.
a into
No,
s. Yeah. Plus
1 divided by A into S plus
uh,
1 plus R1 plus 1 plus R2.
okay, 1 plus r1 plus 1 plus r2. Yes, yeah. Yeah,
Sir,
Vinay.
for AS, 1 by will not come, sir.
Huh?
For AS, 1 by will not come, sir.
Oh, yeah, correct. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So this is it. Fine. So please look. If you're having your calculator, please substitute these values. I'll show the values. R1 is given, R2 is given, and A is given. Substitute in this. I'll go back and I'll show you R1, R2, and A. Yeah. So R1 is 1, R2 is 2, A is also 2. So substitute those. So R1 you substitute it as 1, R2 is substituted as 2, and cross section area, it's 2 meters square. Substitute and tell me what you got, what you get. Yeah. Yes, anyone?
1 divided by 2s plus 1.7.
No, if you are getting anything in the denominator, just push it in the numerator. 2 divided by something I got here. Two divided by
plus 3.
Plus 4s. Correct? It is 2 divided by 3 plus 4s. 3 plus 4s. Okay. Yeah, 2s. Fine. Okay, 2 divided by 3 plus 4s. See, please do one thing. Please rearrange this in such a way that you get in this fashion. That is 1 plus tau s. Okay, so here I should get 1. Here I should get 1. So take 3 outside. So you get 1 plus 4 by 3. Yes. Okay, so this is 2. 4 by 3. This, yeah. You do this and give me in the standard form. 1 divided by 1 plus tau s. Anyone? Two divided by 3, I think you get point something divided by 1 plus 4 divided by 3 is how much? 1 by 3, I think. 1 by 2, 1 by, yeah. Please check the answer. Numerator point something you get. Yes, anyone? Yeah? Uh, 0.66, Vinay? Yeah. So I'll write it as 0.66. Correct? Yeah. This is how you have to represent the final answer. Please remember, your final answer should be of the standard form. It should be always in the standard form. That is 1 divided by 1 plus tau. Yes. Means 1 instead of 1, it is 0.66. Fine. Okay, but the denominator, please remember, your denominator should be always in the standard form. 1 plus tau s. So I'll take this as a final answer. I'll erase a few of those. Yeah. Okay. So your final answer is here. Okay. So your final answer is, I'll use some marker red. Okay. So your final answer is this. That is 0.66 divided by 1 plus 1.3. Yes. Okay. So this is what you get by solving this. Fine. So I'll upload these videos, go through that, and I'll make a small change. So what I'll do is, so here in this same derivation, same problem, what you do is you try to find Q1 by Q. This you can try. Now I have done for H by Q. You can do it for Q1 by Q. I'll just go back to the figure. See there. Okay. So this you can. What I did, I obtained H by Q. What you can do is, similarly you can do for Q1 by Q, or else Q2 by Q. Okay. So let us try with Q1 by Q. That you take it as an assignment. So try to find this. Same steps. Please remember, same steps. Only thing is, this final thing has to be written in some other form. How? Use this. So use this. Q1 equals to H by R1. Use this and try to write. That's it. Nothing else. Don't do the derivation once again. Try to write H of S in this fashion. So Q1 equals to H by S. So then apply steady state, then subtract that, things like that. So you can start doing. Okay. So with this two problem, this chapter is almost done with a small portion left. That is a theory. You don't have any other problems related to that. So we'll try to do those, try to complete that chapter in the next class. Okay, so today I will be uploading these two videos of this problem. Okay, my sincere request is every time I keep telling, please try to write the notes. Okay, please try to write the notes. So I have been uploading whatever I have covered so far. I have uploaded all the notes. So read, understand, and copy down the notes in your notebook. All right, or in the notes. So these two problems I will upload with this assignment. What is that assignment? That is, try to find Q1 by Q. So this assignment you can take up. Okay, so that's it. So there's a small bit left. So tomorrow I'll try to complete that chapter. So if I do that, so 2 chapters will be over. Okay, so with this, if anyone is having any doubt, okay, if anyone is having any doubt, please mark and keep it ready. Please mark and keep it ready. If you have any doubt, please ask now, or in the next class, you can clarify your doubts, and we'll try to complete the chapter. So hardly there are a few, the theory part I have to tell. I'll tell that, and we'll try to wind up. Okay, so bye-bye. Take care.